Sophie Cunningham goes in the post-game press conference and confirms
Cunningham just dropped a bombshell that's shaking the Indiana Fever to its core. In her post-game interview, she said, "We have our own islands." What does that even mean for a basketball team? And why does she think it's tearing the Fever apart? You might be wondering how this group went from united last year to completely fractured now. Stick around to find out who's on each of these islands and why the front office let things get this bad. Because if you thought last season was all about unity, what's happening now is a whole different story. So what actually happened to the Fever between last season and now? It starts with a total shift in the locker room vibe. Last year, you heard players like Sophie Cunningham talk nonstop about how close everyone was. There was a sense of purpose. Everyone bought in. Everyone supported each other. But in her recent post-game interview, Sophie didn't just say things were off. She said, "It's like everyone is on different islands. That has to stop." That's not just frustration after a tough loss. That's a warning sign that something is seriously broken. The island's comet hits hard because it's not about little disagreements or a couple of players not getting along. It's about players being so disconnected that they're basically operating on their own with no trust or support. Sophie pointed out that distractions have taken over. Injuries, uncertainty about who's even playing, and an overall lack of focus. She talked about how the team has wavered a little bit when it comes to leaning on each other. And when you look at their games, it showed. That's right. Sophie called out the fact that they've blown big leads in the fourth quarter, letting opponents put up 35 points when it matters most. That's not just bad luck. That's what happens when a team stops communicating and trusting each other on the court. You can't talk about the Fever's breakdown without mentioning DeWanna Bonner's departure. She wasn't just a veteran. She was the leader who kept the team focused and united. Without her, there's been a major leadership void, and it almost feels like Bonner betrayed them. Sophie even said they need to lean on each other again, but no one has stepped up. Now, the team looks divided, and no one's bringing them back together. What's worse is that these problems aren't just about feelings or chemistry.